Good morning. So this morning we're in Bilbao, about to head off along the coast. I'm stopping at a place called Gaztalagatsi. I don't know how that's pronounced, but that's as good as I can do with it. It's on the north coast here in the Basque region, and it looks like an interesting place. It's a fortress here which was Dragonstone in Game of Thrones. I think it was in one of the later series, which I never really watched. I read all the books, but couldn't deal with the TV series just because the storyline departed from the books too much and it annoyed me, let's say that. So let's go and have a look. Gaztalagatche. It's an islet located off the mainland, and it's accessed by a man-made bridge, which I can just about see from here. It was made in the 9th or the 10th century, they don't know, and it's dedicated to Saint John the Baptist. And there's a suggestion that he actually came here, but no proof or evidence. So during the Anglo-Spanish War, with all the Spanish armadas and all that stuff, this place was sacked by Sir Francis Drake, and that war was between 1585 and 1604, war between England and Spain. Do you know what, sometimes this kind of weather lends itself to these places, feels that much more dramatic, and to be honest, get a break from the sun is quite nice. And I'm going to watch this back in the future and think, how could you say such a thing? I'm back in Britain in the pissing rain. Anyway, very interesting. Nice place. It's called Sare. That was a long drive. I'm going to have a cup of tea and then see if there's a shop around, because I need food. So it started raining, and it's going to carry on until about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. This ride tomorrow is about 30 miles, but there's quite a bit of climbing, so it should be an interesting one. And I cross back into Spain. So 2 countries in a single day on a bike ride. I like that. I'm going to be crashing out, going to bed in a bit. So I shall see you in the morning. And I imagine I'm going to start the ride in the rain. Raining, but I knew it was going to be. I think I'm looking at the forecast, so as the day goes on the weather gets better, but it's sunny with showers. I just don't want to go earlier than I need to, try and get the best part of the day. but I don't want to be rushing around either, so I think about 10 o'clock. Well, I made it out. I mean, it's raining now. I'm just taking shelter. I may as well, where I can. Yeah, this has been nice so far. I'm only a couple of miles in. This kind of terrain so far. Thank God for these tyres. Seriously, they really are very good. I'll give it 5 minutes and then carry on. Or just carry on. I'm going to get wet, whatever happens. It's a perfect example of the whole YouTube benefit, because if I wasn't filming, I seriously don't think I would have come out. I would have just thought, oh, I'll wait till tomorrow. But now I'm out, I'm glad I am. Yeah, it's wet, but it's never as bad as you think, is it? It's not cold. And getting wet is just, it's refreshing. That might be a bit half full, I don't know. But the point is, if I wasn't filming today, I would have sat on my arse all day in the van. Anyway, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to ignore the rain. I still think it's going to clear up later, so, you know, I'll dry out. Whatever, I'm waterproof. Sun, which is nice. I don't know how long it'll last. Probably about 11 seconds now I've taken my raincoat off. But still, I'll enjoy it whilst I can. Been good so far. I've got a decentish climb coming up. And then a bit of a descent, I think. Before another climb, it's one of those days. So it's quite a lot of climbing today, maybe 1,000 metres. Something like that. And the ride is 28, 29 miles long. It'll be in the description. This bike, I love it. It's fantastic. I've said it before, it just does everything really well. So I'd recommend it. Kona Sutra. Very happy with it. So we're in a town called Etxalar, which is famous for its traditional Basque architecture. Apparently hasn't changed for hundreds of years. It's a very pretty little village. It's also famous for pigeon hunting. Can't see any pigeons, but that might be why. I'm pushing it up grades. Here we are, 13.7. I think that's fair enough. Still got to sort the gearing out on this bike, so I'll do that when I get home. I had lots of good feedback. I just have to pore over it when I get back and figure out what to do. Big learning curve for me. The size of this guy. That must be 18 inches long. I've never seen an earthworm that big. Wow. Don't go that way. So I'm not coming back up. Another peak done. One more to go after this. Nice views up here. This reminds me of like the Lake District or the Peak District. Anyway, let's go down. Final climb of the day, and I'll be glad about that. So we've made it to a little town called Zugarramurdi. This is a really fascinating little place. In 1609, the Spanish Inquisition came here after reports of sorcery and witchcraft in the area. And it was the focus of one of the largest witch trials in the Inquisition's history. They condemned many people to death, men, women and children. Some were burnt at the stake. Some were imprisoned. But yeah, nobody really knows how many people they killed. But it's known that it had a lasting effect on the population. The Inquisition, if you didn't know, their main focus was to eliminate witchcraft, heresy, sorcery, all that sort of stuff. And like enforce religious orthodoxy. Pretty ropey time in Spanish history. I think everyone's heard of the Spanish Inquisition because of Monty Python, really. So apparently there's a museum here, Witches Museum, which I'm going to try and find, and a cave where it's alleged witchcraft was conducted. Let's go and see. So it all seems to have started when a group of people from this village confessed publicly that they were part of a satanic sect, and the abbot of the local monastery reported it to the Inquisition, and that's why they came in the first place. So then in 1610 they burned 11 people and sentenced another 42. There were various punishments for the crime, some just being incarceration, and anyone that was convicted was a pariah, and that was it for them and their family. They were ostracised. This is apparently where all the witchcraft was carried out. That's a good place for it. So the problem is that if you didn't confess, you were tortured. So many people did confess. One of the inquisitors even noted that the confessions were far-fetched, saying that the devil himself wouldn't be capable of some of the things that people confessed to during that Inquisition. It all seems very flawed to me. Right, so what's this? A lookout. So anyway, after all of the hysteria that was whipped up because of this town, it spread to the whole area, and there were more inquisitions. No happy ending, I'm afraid. Interestingly enough, the whole concept of the Inquisition came about because of the Cathars and all of that. stuff, which was 12th century. That's where they were, and that was the border between France and Spain, or was it Spain and Italy? France and Italy. France and Italy. I remembered. Did you? I've got such a headache, really bad, so I've got a coffee and I'm getting croquettes with ham. They're not even open, but they're so kind, so they're making something for me. I think I just need food or something. Right, back of the van. And now the sun comes out, but that's fine. I mean, there's an advantage to riding in the cool anyway. First things first, I'm gonna put the water on because it's shower night and change of clothes night as well. Special treat. There's a shop round the corner. I'm just gonna nip up there now, get some stuff for dinner. Let's go. What a nice place this is. There. Let's go and get some food. So my idea, just for a snack, was to take mushrooms and put a bit of pate in, pate Basque, local pate, and then a bit of camembert, and then put them in the air fryer. I think that should come out all right, just as a sort of snack. So I'm gonna give it a go, see how it works. I'm not sure whether it's a good idea or a bad idea, but trying is never a bad idea. So let's see what happens. Guess take out the stalks without breaking them. What would you put in first, the pate or the cheese? I mean, there's not a lot of room in these. These should be bigger, really. I think pate first, so let's try that. So let's try, see what happens with this. That doesn't look particularly appealing to me. I will confess, I'm going to assume that's what it's meant to look like. Can't have much in these. I mean, it smells all right. Right, and then let's go for the cheese. How much? As much as I can, I think. I think that'll do. What to say? I'm going to do 5 minutes to start with, see what happens. Nowhere near. I'll give it another 5 minutes. Okay, this is all it's getting. Ah, that looks good. Yeah. I got a feeling camembert is not the right cheese because it looks crispy and it hasn't really melted, but I'm sure it's going to taste good. So I'll get them out, try them, and then tell you the entire truth about whether they're any good or not. Right, here they are. Let's see what they're like. I'm going to pick the smallest one just in case it's horrible. That is awesome. Really, it's worked well. So I'm pleased with them. My first ever proper cooking thing. I'm sure I could have put that better, but it doesn't matter. So yes, there we go. And then those for afters. I can't do it all, can I? I can't do it all in one go. So there we go. So that's it for today. It was a good day. I enjoyed that ride. It was very nice. And tomorrow I'm going to work my way up the west coast of France. got a ride, and I think an interesting place to have a look around, and a nice place to park up for tomorrow night. So yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's a rainy one again, but I'm thinking it's going to clear up. That's what the forecast said last night anyway. We're going to Hendaye, where there's a little bit of a ride, and then from there I think it's another bit of a drive to the park up for tonight. So yeah, we'll get there and then we'll see what happens with the weather. I'm not minded to ride in the rain today, and it's not that long a ride, so if it's gonna rain all day I might just go for a walk instead. We'll see. Let's get there and find out. So we're out Hendaye, small place on the coast, only a short ride today, but it looks like a nice place, nice clear sea. So we're on the west coast of France, so this is the Bay of Biscay. I might be wrong, I think it is though. The donut thing. I needed energy after that 220 yards of cycling. So the train station here in Hendaye is quite interesting. It's got an interesting history. In October 1940, Hitler met Franco here to discuss Spain siding with Germany during the war. That meeting was inconclusive because Franco didn't agree to military support. So it's known as the Hendaye Conference. All happened here. Probably needed to get something from Amazon as well. Right, that was a nice ride. It was, yeah, I liked it. It's nice to be back by the sea. But now we're on to Cap Breton, which is not that far away, I don't think. Let's have a look. 47 minutes. And it's just further up the coast. So this is a paid park up, but it's close to the beach. Probably not worth messing around trying to find anywhere free. Although I'll have a look when I get there. We shall see. But yeah, let's head there. And I fancy a bit of a walk, to be honest, especially along the beach, so I'm going to do that. It's definitely got busier. This place is full of vans. I mean, it's fine for tonight. I think I'm only here for a night. Right now I'm heading into town to buy some food, and I've got to move it because it looks like everywhere closes. I really am going to have to move it. I've got sort of 10 minutes leeway. Success. It's only 7:15 now. These are very impressive. So it was during World War II, the occupying German army thought this was a great place for a potential Allied landing and an invasion. So they built all these blockhouses so they'd be ready when the enemy arrived. But the Allies never came, obviously. The invasion never took place here. So they've just been left and they're kind of settling into the sand over time. Coincidence? This is the best part of the day today, honestly. I enjoyed that ride earlier, but this at sunset on the beach, that really interesting set of blockhouses with the sun sort of setting. This is definitely my favourite part of the day. Now I've got to try and remember where I live. Send help. Maybe I should have written SOS. I'm so clever. I have such unique footprints. I can just follow my own steps back to the van. I shall survive another day. So there you have it. That's today done. So that'll be it for today. I'll see you tomorrow, and if it's the end of the video, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.